Hi guys, it's Lawrence here, and today I'm back with another DSLR video. Today I'm going to be talking about settings on a digital camera. I'm going to go through 7 settings that I specifically choose on my cameras when I'm shooting with them. They're not necessarily settings you should use because not all settings work for everybody, but I'm going to go through 7 main settings that I choose which are important to me and I think really are the settings that cameras should be set at. So there's 7 and I'll start now. So we'll start by going through the menu, and number 1 is image quality, and I'm always going to say shoot raw. I'm not going to go into why shoot raw because I could be here all day. Basically it gives you greater control of editing your images afterwards. If you get the exposure slightly off, you can always change it better in raw than you can in JPEG. So number 2 is ISO sensitivity. And I'm going to turn ISO sensitivity off. The only time you want it on is when you're shooting sport and you can limit your max sensitivity and your min shutter speed. But other than that, you always want it off. Setting number 3 is autofocus. We want it off auto. We want to choose the autofocus setting. So auto AFA is auto. We want rid of that. Most of the time you want AFS, which is servo or singular. So if you're shooting a landscape or you're choosing the focus by pressing the shutter speed half, that's the one you want. Otherwise, if you're shooting sport, you want AFC, which is continuous, which will continuously track the subject that you are shooting. So number 4, active delighting. Now we want this off. We don't want any in-camera processing whatsoever from the camera, and active delighting is a setting that should always be turned off in my eyes. The next setting is the auto image rotation, which is situated in the setup menu. We always want this on, so if we're shooting a picture in portrait, when you get it onto your computer it's automatically rotated in the correct orientation. Now a setting that annoys me is the beep. So I'm going to say always have the beep off. The professional cameras have it automatically turned off and it doesn't really tell you anything. When you're autofocusing through your camera, there's a little light in the bottom left hand corner which tells you that it's focused. The beep is just annoying. It doesn't tell you anything that you can't already see visually. So I'm going to always say have beep off. And setting number 7, which I find quite important, is file number sequence. We want this on. So every time you format your camera, it continues on your file number. So if you was, last one was DSC 2928 or whatever, format the camera, it'll be 2929 and continue on. If you have it off, every time you format your camera or take your card out, it will reset to 0. So they're the 7 settings that I always like to have changed when I buy a camera, and the settings that I always stick with. Bearing in mind, we always want to be choosing the settings ourselves, so we want no automation really. And if we're not using manual and you're just starting, I'd suggest using aperture priority at all times. Otherwise, manual's the best way to go. I'm going to talk about custom settings in the next video, because these buttons on the side of the camera, which this is a function button which you can set to anything you want. I set them to auto ISO. Not auto ISO, I set them to my ISO, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/nerdish. Check some of the other videos. I've got quite a load of DSLR videos on this channel. Check them out, comment, rate, subscribe, and thanks for watching.